Good work. Go on and head back up.
Hello agents, and welcome back to another Division video. Today I'm continuing the series of videos that I've currently been running around rate of fire. I'll drop the link in the description down below for the SMG build that came before this, but this one is going to be for an LMG. Now, I used to run a build a lot like this a long time ago for Razorback, actually, using exactly the same gun but with health damage. But we've refreshed it now a little bit for TU12, and this is what it looks like. Now, you've got plenty of options for customization with this build. You can run this however you want. This is just my preferred way, and when I get to the points where you can customize it and maybe make it a little bit different, I will let you know. But first of all, we're going to go with the gunner specialization. Obviously what you want to do is spec into LMG damage so that you get that extra mag size as well. You're also going to get a bunch of nice things with this. Every third reload is going to be 50% faster. Armor kits give you 30% bonus armor, which is always really nice. Kill enemies give you 10% armor as well, which is nice. And then rate of fire is increased by 5% on a kill for 5 seconds, which is exactly the kind of stat that we want for this build. So let's get down and have a look at the guns. So I'm going to use the named gun, the Sleipner, I think it is called. Now you get this from completing the tasks from the gunner specialization. You get a blueprint for this and you can craft as many as you like. I'm going to optimize this because I finally got one where I can put damage to armor on it with reasonably good core stats. I'll optimize these last two. But it comes with perfect frenzy. And for every 8 bullets in the magazine capacity, gain 3% rate of fire and 3% weapon damage for 5 seconds when reloading from empty. So you can do a couple of things with this as well, and you notice in the video at the end I do it a couple of times. It might look a little bit strange, but you can prime the gun with 1 bullet, and just as you're about to go into combat, you can let loose, reload, and then it just goes absolutely crazy. The RPM is already 920, and what I'll do is I'll show you in the range how crazy it goes on a reload. The secondary gun I put in there just for testing purposes, really. I wanted to see what the good times was like because this has an absolutely huge magazine. We've got 150 in here. And then critical hits add a stack of 8% reload speed. So it minimizes the reload downtime as well, which is pretty long on an LMG. And it was nice. And it made you feel like you never really ran out of bullets. And if you did, you reload really quickly. But to be honest, I never came away from this named gun. So offhand you can use whatever you want, that really does not matter. But we're going to look first of all at the striker's gear set. So 3 pieces gives us 15% weapon handling and 15% rate of fire. So this weapon handling helps because it contains reload speed as well as all your accuracy bonuses and things like that. So especially with using an LMG, the faster we're going to reload the better. And then obviously what we're looking for, the 3 pieces, the 15% rate of fire, which is what makes this build absolutely crazy. You can see I've gone with the holster and I have gone with the knee pads. The reason I've gone with the knee pads this time around is because I wanted to run the contractor's gloves, which gives us 10% LMG damage. And then we get 8% damage to armor there as well. You could, if you wanted to, I mean, it's up to you. If you wanted to run a more all-rounded version, you could put on Fox's Pro knee pads or something like this. Although it does contain rifle damage, you get that 8% target to damage out of cover. And then run something else on the knees, and then you really use whatever guns you want. So you want to run an AR, you want to run an SMG, you can run anything at that point, so you could perhaps just switch them to a round. Backpack I went with a Memento purely because it's just so versatile. We're getting 1 of each core attribute, we're going to get damage, we're going to get some armor repair. It's just all really good. And if you watch the video enough at the end, when you see the footage, once you get up to the max stats on this, the damage output is crazy, absolutely crazy, especially when it's going 10 to the dozen. Now chest piece, this is the one where actually you could switch it around and do whatever you want here. So because I'm in cover, I went for maximum damage output, and that's always going to be perfect glass cannon. But that also puts that weight on your shoulders that your damage taken is up by 60%, which is not very nice. So if you wanted to, you could perhaps just run a regular Providence, but then there wouldn't really be much point because the headshot damage isn't really going to do you much benefit. So you could go for a Seska or a Grupo chest, I would say here, and maybe run something like, you could run Spark, because I'm using a skill as well to push enemies out of cover. If you're really uncomfortable, you could run Unbreakable, but I don't really like running that because it's not a damage talent. You could run Obliterate if you wanted to. You could even perhaps run Spotter if you wanted to as well. Whichever damage talent that you prefer. I would stay away from Intimidate, and even though we're going to be getting some bonus armor with the LMG, I was keeping my distance and keeping in cover. And that's kind of the playstyle that this requires, rather than that up close and personal kind of playstyle it does with an SMG or even maybe an assault rifle. To look at the stats, we've got almost 60% crit chance. I'm going to try and optimize this up a little bit. 74% critical hit damage and 120% headshot damage. And this is actually a little bit low for an all red build, I would say. But when you actually have a go at it, the rate of fire is that fast. It burns through enemies. It absolutely burns through them and kind of makes up for the missing critical hit damage with the speed that it shoots. So let's head into the range now, and I'll just give you an example of how fast this named gun is going to shoot. So we've got 100 bullets in it. I'm just going to keep firing and firing and firing. You know, it's not too difficult to control either. And then here we go. And just look at the speed. It's crazy. And we'll shoot this. And you can see some damage numbers. I mean, look at that. It just instantly died. I'm probably on easy those guys. But and we had some 400 and 500Ks there. Let's put it on an elite. And again, some 400 and 500Ks. And dying really, really quickly. And that's without the rate of fire increase. Here it goes this time. It just absolutely melts through them. So even though the damage numbers are a little bit lower than, especially like an M1A or a assault rifle build, the pure speed with this, especially if you like playing in cover, is absolutely crazy. You just got to remember, don't be hitting that R button and reloading mid-magazine. And look at all them half mils. And how fast that is. And the reload speed's not terrible either. A couple of seconds maybe. Let's have a look at that. Reload time, well, 4.5 seconds. So it's, I mean, that's, it doesn't seem like it's that long. It really doesn't. But there it is, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like down below. It really does help with that YouTube algorithm. Hit subscribe if you want even more Division content. Comment down below if you do use this kind of build. What guns do you use? What gear do you use? I would love to hear that down below. Come and check me out over on Twitch, twitch.tv/DJTICKLE. I could be streaming right now, so come and head over. Hit that follow button if I'm not, so you're notified when I go live. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons' forces. If they maintain this outpost, the True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus. Stay right there.
Serious trauma detected.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
Vital signs critical.
What hell?
Immediate medical assistance needed. Serious trauma detected. Agent down.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter.
there!
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Damn it. The True Sons have turned the memorial into a base. There's an area beneath you with increased security. Isaac can't access data on this location. Stay alert. I don't know what you're walking into.
Hear that? Fuck this noise. I'm not dying to help with the ammo count.
DC-62 detected.
Heads up. Isaac just ID'd those shells as chemical weapons. We can't afford to let the True Sons escape with those. You've got to find a way to close up that tunnel.
Not wasted. Stay out of Boosie. Deploying.
According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-62.
Let's go in! That's a good spot for a turret.
That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
You think closing the tunnel is smart? Fuck you! You slot yourself in with us. I'll make sure you rot down here.
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.
If you hadn't stopped them, I know they would have used those weapons on us, and we would have ended up like Castle. I can't tell you how relieved I am to have you on our side. Thank you.
Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sun's infrastructure. We confiscated a massive